Hey, I'm Eric with ATP Productions, and I'm going to show you how I grade our RONIN4D video files. So let's hop over into Premiere. I'm going to import some media. We got this Powerline video we did recently. I'm just going to bring in a shot from that. Just doing this, I'm going to create a new sequence with just this clip. There looks like there's a LUT on here already, and there's color coming through the scopes, and it's really blown out on those highlights. So what we're gonna do to fix that is in Effects, go to Source, and right now you see it's going to a Rec 709 color space. Let's go back to D-Log. This is a new thing Premiere's been doing recently. Over in Settings on Lumetri, however you say that, Lumetri. We're going to override the color space, which is going to add a LUT over this log footage. I'm not going to do anything fancy, just use DJI, straight up D-Log, D-Gamut, LUT, and there we go. This is looking more like what Rec 709 should look like, right? And in this panel, the only other thing I'm going to do is find a good spot where Joey's face is pretty close to the lens. I don't know how many people actually do this, but I like to, just for like a base, get everything exposed right. I'll mask out the face, turn saturation off, so then when I look at the waveforms, it's very simple to read. And we're looking at his face around here, right? These are probably some of those highlights coming across his skin. And what I'm gonna do is just bump this up a little bit. Let's go around there. I can turn color back on just to get a look. I can take this mask off, and we're gonna see if we wanna add any more saturation to these highlights, which I usually like to do. We're also getting some of that skin tone back in on his face and arms that I like. The knee, this is just gonna be contrast. I'm just gonna have it at a 0.1. From here though, this looks like some nice footage, right? Nice 709, just plain Jane color. This is a good jump off point. From here, if you're lazy, go on a white thing. Doesn't work all the time. The sky's a little pink, right? Like just looking at it. Take a little green, get off that magenta, get a little blue off that orange. That's nice. I could ship this off right now, but let's check out the whites. Maybe the whites is where I wanna add something. And then we see we're lifted a little bit off the floor. You can see these shadows aren't as dark as we want. So let's just get these shadows, bring them down a bit, right? Round them down a little bit. So far, I'm liking that. Let's see what contrast is gonna do. It's gonna expand this color space a little bit, right? We're gonna expand the colors a little bit. Just kind of skim around and make sure nothing looks off. Move down to the creative tab. Might be a little counterintuitive. We added that as blacks and shadows in, but bringing that faded film look can work sometimes. And it's really just a matter of what your preference is, whatever look you're trying to go for. You don't have to make yours look like this. This is what I want to make mine look like, and that's fine. I'm gonna go around 12 on that faded film look. Just take some of that kind of like digital sharpness out of the final image. And if you're a freak and you want to bring some of that sharpness back in, do it. But I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna check out if we want to pump some of these colors up. Let's take a look. I think that's getting his face too red, but we are outside. It was like 100 degrees, so that might have been what it looked like. I'm gonna get some more saturation pop in. just because I like kind of a colorful look. This probably isn't the best way to do this, but kind of just got to figure out what works for you. And for me, just kind of looking at the image as I'm making these subtle tweaks has been the best thing that works for me. So we're going a little yellow, green on the midtones, a little blue purple on the shadows, and you know, we can go extreme just to give you an idea of what's going on. Each of these different color wheels targets the different sections. So we're in the highlights now. I'm gonna go kind of that hot orange oppressive sun. Now that I got these colors where I think I want them, let's bring these shadows back down. Let's maybe bring these midtones down. And let's see what these highlights do. Want to take them up? I think a little bit, but probably not too much. Now we can kind of come back to some of these other things now that I'm liking this color. I think it's a little bit too contrasty now. I'm gonna dial that back a little bit. Bring that back a bit, bring that back a bit. And I think that skin is looking better now. We were going for the Furiosa type of look. An easy way to dive into creative looks is in the creative tab. Let's just test out a couple looks. I think this is kind of similar to what we put on the final Instagram post. That's looking nice. Have it around 25. And I think on the actual video we had a vignette as well, and that just kind of rounds out those corners. Alright, cool. Let's see where we started with versus where we are now. So here we go. This is the log.
Heat is oppressive. I know you need me. Everybody needs me.
Let's bring that color in.
Come on. Come on.